On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, I'll show you two Bitcoin trades that I have on the table right now. The Kexcoin token sale begins today, and a quick heads up about an imposter posing as me and running a scam in the YouTube comments. All of that and a mini market roundup on today's episode of the Cryptoverse, so stay right there. Hi there guys, welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse, your regular dose of news and commentary on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. I'm your host, Chris Coney, the founder of Cryptoversity, the online school where you can learn about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. Find out more at cryptoversity.com. Right, let's get into this red market, shall we? Cryptocurrency markets, courtesy of coinmarketcap.com. Most of the top 100 is in double-digit losses today, so let's see what we can find in the 5 awards that I give out. I have managed to find a biggest winner, but I had to go right down to 50th place to find gas. You know, the gas that powers the Neo supercomputer? Well, it's up 5.71% in the last 24 hours. That's a miracle given the losses that we're seeing right now. So gas is now $9.80 a coin, and it's down there in 50th place with a $82 million market cap. Now, biggest loser in the top 20 is actually Ethereum Classic. Here it is down 31.15%. It has a couple of close competitors for the biggest loser award, namely Lisk, which is down 31.02%, but with a loss of 31.15%, Ethereum Classic beats it out. So that puts Ethereum Classic still in 10th place by market cap, $901 million market cap. And if you want to buy an Ethereum Classic token right now, you're looking at about $9.43. Now, Ethereum Classic wins 2 awards. It wins the biggest loser award and the most traded altcoin award. $295 million of Ethereum Classic has been traded in the last 24 hours. That's quite a bit more than anything else in below the sort of top 3, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and what's the other one? LiteCoin. Moving on from there, we have an honorable mention for, where's the honorable mention gone? I think Ripple's the honorable mention. I've forgotten it's right up there. Yeah, I've given Ripple the honorable mention because it's the coin in the top 20 that has lost the least. So Ripple has held up the best. Normally the honorable mention goes to the coin that gained the second most, like the runner-up. But today, Ripple is only down by 14.45%. So Ripple's still reigning in 3rd place by market cap, a $6.48 billion market cap, which is only about $500 million of market cap above Bitcoin Cash. Now, if you did want to buy a Ripple token today, you'd be looking at about 17 cents a token. And Ripple actually had $218 million of trading volume, which wasn't quite as much as Ethereum Classic, with $295 million. Finally, for the Crazy Coin Award, it's not that crazy, but if I go all the way down to, where did I find it here? In 66th place, it's one of Monero's cousins. It's Cloakcoin, which is up 15.53%. That's quite significant in terms of this red market. So Cloakcoin is ranking in 66th place there because it has a market cap of 51 million. If you want to buy a Cloak token, it's about $10.09. And like I say, it's up 15.53% in the last 24 hours. So this is clearly because of the continued panic surrounding the China regulatory situation. This actually moves us nicely onto the first sort of news story that I've got. This is sort of half news, half market roundup and trading review. So it's clear to me that the crash is due to like BTC China, the exchange, and now via BTC, officially announcing that they will close their exchanges at the end of September. Now, before I show you my trades in this stuff, what does this really mean? It means up until now, people who held Bitcoin, or Chinese citizens that held Bitcoin, they had the luxury of, whenever they wanted to, converting that Bitcoin back into the Chinese yuan. Now, at the end of September, that option may no longer be there. So people are selling their Bitcoins, right? Because they don't want to be, quote, stuck with their Bitcoins, which aren't as easy to spend as Chinese yuan. So that's why there's mad selling going on. And it's because it doesn't mean that Bitcoin won't come back into mainstream circulation. It doesn't mean that the ban won't be lifted in future, but that's uncertainty. And when people's money is on the line, they don't like uncertainty. They'd much prefer the certainty of the yuan than the uncertainty of Bitcoin. So generally in trading, investing, and markets, fear is much more powerful than greed. So people will avoid a loss even if it means they give up massive opportunity to the upside. So that's the general principle that's operating here. So that's perfectly logical behavior. Well, it's irrational, but it's logical, if that makes any sense. So let's take a look at the actual proof that this is happening. This is the Twitter account of BTC China. It says, after carefully considering the announcement published by the Chinese regulators on the 4th of September, BTC China Exchange will stop all trading on the 30th of September. So they're talking about the Chinese regulators coming out and saying, officially, you know, cryptocurrency exchanges aren't legally recognized. ICOs are, you know, hereby banned and so on. So they've decided to just cease trading. Now, you don't know what's gone behind closed doors, what kind of advice or strong recommendation they've been given by the Chinese government, but they've found it in their infinite wisdom to just cease trading. Similarly, here comes an announcement from Via BTC. It says, announcement on closing the Via BTC exchange platform. Similarly, they'll stop registrations on the 25th of September and they will close the viabtc.com website on the 30th of September. So they're saying that if you've got some funds still on Via BTC, then they'll still operate their mining pool and their cloud mining services. So you can move your funds over to one of those wallets if you want to have your assets protected still. So they're still going to carry on the mining business. They're still going to carry on the cloud mining business. But as far as exchange goes, until further notice, it's going to be gone at the end of September. So on to the actual, my response to this in terms of what I did in the markets. So this is the Bitcoin chart trading against US dollars. And you'll see this is quite difficult to see, so I'm going to have to zoom in as much as I possibly can here. So we've got today, yesterday, and the day before these big red candles, and we've dropped from what? 4,144 right down to where it is now, about $3,065. Now you'll see 2 days ago, this was the 13th of September for those listening on the podcast, where the price opened about 41.44 and then went right down to the end of the day where it closed at 38.49. So quite a significant loss on that day. Now that was the day I actually went into the first trade. I bought in right where, if you're looking at this on YouTube, right where this green and this red box meet. So there's two overlapping boxes because I put two different trades on one day after the next. So the first trade was on the 13th of September and I went in right there, which was 38.12, and that was a buy. Okay, so I bought there, which is why below that point you see this red box and above it you see the green box. So that measures the profit and loss of this particular position. Now the actual trade itself, it's looking right now to be about a 1.4 reward to risk ratio, which is pretty terrible. When I first planned this out, it was more like a 5-to-1. I wasn't expecting this Fibonacci retracement line at around, what was it, 3,700 to break. It broke, which it broke yesterday on the 14th of September, taking us from an opening price of 38.49 right down to 32.35. So what did I do? I went in again. So I left that previous trade on the table and I bought in again at 32.86 roughly. And that again was going to be about a 4.2 reward to risk ratio. That trade is also in a red position right now, but I'm not going to do anything. So the next, what I was looking at in yesterday's trade was this medium-term trend line. If I stick the auto zoom on and then zoom out, look at this white line. It goes, I've had this since the 25th of March, and barring a little bit of a dip below that on around the 17th of July, I think that is. Other than that, it's a pretty decent medium-term trend line. So what I was looking at there was for that to support the price around about 3,200, let's call it. That didn't happen either. So today it's continued to fall, and we're now looking at 3,000 as the next support level, which oddly enough is near the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement line at around 3026. But so we've got 3026 as a potential support line, but even then 3000 is also a good support line, serious psychological significance. And you could also see the order book. I didn't check this earlier on, but if you look at the order books, you could be able to see how many people are waiting for the price to get to any given level before they buy in. So I'm not going to look at that right now because I didn't prepare to talk about that, and I don't want to fumble my words. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to keep those on the table, and then when it returns back up, I don't know, I'll probably won't even sell those positions. I'm just doing it for the sake of it, just for demonstration purposes. But I'm just buying cheap Bitcoin to hold it. I don't really intend to sell it for a profit. I'll just profit from it when I spend it, I suppose. So there you go. There's a bit of a peep inside of my own trading maneuvers. As you can tell, the fact that they're in losing positions right now doesn't bother me one bit because I'm confident in Bitcoin's future. So let's move on to the other news stories. News story number 1, phishing scams in the YouTube comments. So check this out. There's someone going around creating YouTube accounts, posing as big crypto YouTubers, and then asking people to donate cryptocurrency to them in the comments section. They're actually saying things like send 1 Bitcoin, we'll send 4 Bitcoins back, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't add up anyway, so don't be that daft. And these guys, they mirror the name and the profile picture of the account, so they're almost indistinguishable at first glance. The key thing to remember, though, is that the channel owner has their account name automatically highlighted by YouTube like this. So you see when I've got the pinned comment by the Cryptoverse, the account name, the Cryptoverse, actually has this grey bubble around it. And you'll notice no one else's comment, their username doesn't have that. So when you see these imposters that are called the Cryptoverse, they will just have a basic account name with a white background. If it doesn't have this grey bubble on the background, it's not me, all right? So I've put some security measures in place that mean the chances of us seeing one of these comments again is slim to none, but I thought I'd mention it anyway, just in case they manage to get around it. It's highly unlikely. If you do want to donate some Bitcoin or cryptocurrency to the show, only ever use the addresses that I post in the YouTube description or in a comment that has that Cryptoverse account name with it highlighted, all right? It's not just me either. The other crypto YouTubers have been at the mercy of this. I might actually contact them and share my little secret method with them about how to completely prevent this from being posted again. But I can't really reveal that on the air, otherwise it'll reveal a way around it. So that's that. Okie dokie, on to the next news story for the day. The Kexcoin token sale begins today. So as I record this, we have just 5 hours and 17 minutes to go. If you intend to participate, I highly recommend that you deposit your Bitcoin into your BitShares wallet as soon as possible so that you've got enough time for that transaction to confirm before we go live. I've said this multiple times in the run-up. The last thing you want to be doing when we open is to be waiting for a Bitcoin transaction to confirm. That's not going to be a comfortable position for you. And even if you don't intend to participate, if you want to see something truly spectacular, just sit ringside when the token sale opens. Sit and watch the BitShares network, which you can do by, I've got it up here actually. You'll see all the pre-orders coming in, and they're piling in more and more as the closer we get to the opening. But just sit on this screen, which is where Kexcoin is trading against Bitcoin, and just watch the BitShares network just effortlessly process hundreds of transactions in literally a matter of seconds. You might have to reflect on it and reevaluate the speed of other blockchains after you see this. In addition, I can also now reveal a big announcement that in the second week of the Kexcoin ICO, Kexskill themselves are going to contribute a significant sum of money to the Kexcoin token sale. So that is A, as a public demonstration of their confidence in the project, and B, so they have an even bigger financial incentive to make Kexcoin a success. So head over to kexcoin.com, make sure you read the step-by-step instructions on how to participate, and I will see you on the markets at 1500 hours Universal Coordinated Time. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're new around here, get subscribed. And if you'd like access to my best material, such as my structured online courses that will teach you things like how to make and save money with Bitcoin, check out cryptoversity.com. Alright guys, that's all for today. I will see you on Monday for the next episode of the Cryptoverse, and I'll see you at 3 PM UTC for the opening of the Kexcoin ICO. Until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.